Before leaving the dressing room to go up on stage, I will always have to shout, "Come on, you mother..."
Hello, I'm Ivan Heng.
I'm Gaurav Kripalani.
And I'm Adrian Pang.
Today we're going to play Spill It,
Where we will spill the tea on
What it's like being a theatre maker in Singapore.
I've been doing this for close to 40 years. I'm the founding artistic director of Wild Rice. I'm an actor, director, theatre maker.
I have been with Singapore Repertory Theatre 25 years, and it's my final festival as festival director for the Singapore International Festival of Arts.
I have been an actor for about 30 years, and I'm the artistic director of Pang Theatre Company, although actually my wife is my boss, and when I grow up, I want to be a lawyer.
So we all started doing theatre when we were 2.
We are going to be performing together in a play called The Commission, which is a sequel to a short 20-minute film that we did called The Pitch. The Commission will take place on the opening weekend of the Singapore International Festival of Arts in May.
To start the game, each player will draw 3 question cards from the deck. Players will take turns choosing a question card from their hand to ask the opponent in a clockwise manner.
Players will also be given 3 action cards each where they can skip, switch or spill at any point in time.
For skip, you can skip the question. For switch, get your next opponent to answer instead. And for spill, you get to ask a follow-up question.
Okay, I'll take my first card.
Oh, what? Oh man, can I? Oh yeah, that's right. Oh good. I definitely want to ask somebody else this question then.
What is the meanest thing someone has said about your production or your act?
Oh, that show was pleasant.
It doesn't get better than that. You can kind of tell when people are a little either ambivalent or didn't quite enjoy it when they just go, you come here. Nice shoes.
Yes, exactly.
The set was very nice.
Yes.
What about me? Yes. 1986, okay? I did my first show with theatre was called Kantan. Christine Kaur, who was a dance critic, wrote, Ivan Heng, who was this young actor, did not have the acting technique or skills with modulations of voice that were loud and soft and could not carry the role through as the lead. And I got so angry, I picked up the phone. Is this Christine Kaur? You usually review dance, right? She said, yes. I said, stick to it. And I slammed down the phone.
Tell us something in the industry the general audience does not know about.
We all live in abject poverty. I borrowed all these clothes. These are all from wardrobe, from Wild Rice, in fact. I think a lot of people have this impression, I suppose, glamorous and everything, but it's really bloody hard work. You can get a hint from this because we are constantly whining and whinging about how little funding that we get.
When we started, there was no theatre industry. So basically you could rehearse for 2 months and get paid $600.
That's why I do some TV.
Which doesn't really pay that much either, right?
What is your most embarrassing moment while performing?
When I was performing Emily in Hong Kong, I wear this black gown and my zipper was not working. I performed the whole scene this way.
For me, luckily this wasn't in performance, this was like a final dress rehearsal for the full Monty 10 years ago, where the 6 guys are, shedding their clothes. The backdrop wasn't coming down. So the director actually called for us to stop, but only 2 of us heard. The rest of us were still going on and then taking off. I'm down to my thongs, and I'm like, why is Hosanna not moving? And he's going like that. I'm like, what? Come on. Okay, here we go.
And the lights were still on.
The lights were still on, and like, something's very wrong here. And it's very cold.
True or false? I sometimes regret choosing the pursuit of theatre full-time.
Yes, true. Next question.
Moving swiftly along.
I question my choice all the damn time, especially now when my 2 grown-up sons seem to want to pursue this as well. I'm like, are you sure? But that's karma for you, really, because I broke my parents' collective hearts when I said I wanted to do this instead of being a lawyer. Failed lawyers.
Yeah. If you can save only one of us on a desert island, who would you choose?
Switch. Skip. Spill. I mean, which one? Which one? Just not me. Okay, like, be nice to everyone. Skip.
Oh, well done.
Skip. I saved both. I saved both. If there is one thing you would like to shout out to the government in relation to the arts, what would it be? Describe it with an emoji.
There you
Interpret that however you wish.
Yeah.
Oh, got the eye roll, got the face palm, got the...
Give us the money.
We can all do Oliver.
Please, sir, I want some more.
More, please. Can I have some more?
True or false? Theatre shows in Singapore are underappreciated stroke invisible.
False. If you come to the theatre, you will just appreciate how much the audience that are there appreciate it. We get standing ovations. So the challenge is to get those who haven't been to come. What is a line in a performance that you will never forget?
Isn't it interesting when you finish? I don't know about you, because when I finish,
It's gone.
like literally, after closing night, I cannot remember a line from the show.
The first line that popped into my head is in Chinese. 长城是中国人的骄傲.谢谢你, 谢谢你. What does it mean? I don't know.
What is the one thing you hate about this line of work?
Not just financial insecurity, but also my own insecurities. I just want to talk about that. It just wear you down. And that's why I said earlier on about the regret. Sometimes I do wonder about whether I've made the best choice during difficult times, certainly during last 12 months of the pandemic. I plunged into this black hole where I was questioning my whole life, let alone my life choice of career. The existential crisis that I very often have. I wouldn't say makes me hate it. That's what I deal with, but that's just me.
I don't think it's just you. I think, artists basically have that kind of, because we put so much on the line. And I think what I hate most is censorship. Everyone has a story and everyone should be able to tell their story. And to kind of censor it, to gag it, is to repress, make something invisible.
True or false? God, you'll only make it when you appear on TV.
False.
Because I've appeared on TV and I still haven't made it.
He answered his own question. It's allowed.
Do we all concur? They also feel that I've appeared on TV and still haven't made it.
True or false? In Singapore, you have to be economically privileged in order to pursue the arts.
False. There are opportunities to pursue a career in this industry, make a living, and support a family. You just have to be good at what you do. It has nothing to do with your economic background.
Yeah, you have to be resourceful, be resilient, you have to have very thick skin.
Not want a life.
You can be economically underprivileged to pursue theatre, but you'll remain economically underprivileged. You do it for love.
And if you were economically privileged when you started, we'll fix that for you. Adrian, tell us about your hair acting.
Are you serious? That's not the question.
Just ask anything you want.
Okay, the hair acting thing was a line that came up in the short film that we did, The Pitch, where my character was accused of hair acting.
It's beautiful hair.
Well, thank you very much.
We're not making fun of him, we're jealous. This is not an insult. This is like, oh my God, we wish we had that hair.
And if you come to the theatre, you get to see his hair acting live.
Only my hair. It'll just be my clump of hair on stage. Do not underestimate the power of the hair.
头可断，头发不可乱。
Do you have a pre-show ritual, and what is it?
I need to pee.
Oh, it's over there. So can we take a break while...
This is not live.
Oh, I see. That's your ritual.
If I manage to take a dump, the performance is even better.
Cool. There were many of those shows where you never got a chance
No,
to...
then it feels tight. But when you...
Listen, that performance was full of shit.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's true. You just... And then you're ready to face the world.
For me, I got to do three things. Before the house is open to the audience, I have to go on stage and touch every item of prop that my character will need to touch. And sit on whatever chairs I need to sit on, lie on whatever bed I need to lie on, just as a, hi, we're doing this again. Before leaving the dressing room to go up on stage, I will always have to shout, "Come on, you mother!" And then before I go on stage, I will always check my fly. All my characters check their flies.
On a serious note, if there are any aspiring actors watching this, that first one, everybody should do.
Because there's nothing worse than being on stage and saying, you know, I will show you that letter to prove I might show you that letter later.
If you had asked any of us 2 years ago, hey, would you like to do a Pandemonium Wild Rice SRT joint production? Sure. Yeah. I'll get back to you. Yeah. It would be a wonderful idea.
As if.
The silver lining out of COVID is that we actually are working together on a lot of things and having conversations about how to help the industry, how to help each other.
And actually, something like COVID can make you very kind of cynical and jaded and protectionist and just want to look out for your own interests. But what's interesting and what's so wonderful that has come out of it is the sense of solidarity. You learn certain things and you let that motivate you and inspire you and to create even more interesting work.
There's one piece of advice for them. What would you tell them?
Don't.
Be a lawyer.
And support your parents.
But if you do, and you really commit to it, I think one of the most beautiful things about it is that it really does teach you to be a better human being.
Choose to do this only if it's the one and only thing in your life that you can see yourself doing. Because if there's any other thing in your life that you're good at, you enjoy doing, you can make a decent living doing, and you are serving some kind of a purpose to your fellow human beings, that instead.
I acted in my first play at the age of 6 and then knew it. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Went and did that and pursued that, and I've loved doing it and don't regret it for a second. But if this is not your sole focus, please do something else.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Spill It.
If you want to watch more, subscribe.
See you at the theater.
Bye.
Bye.